Hey Pisces, welcome back to the channel. It's 3:52 a.m. We've got the wow on the TV. Number 41 in the medicine card, sing your own song. DNA upgrade. It's a powerful energy coming through. Pisces, Queen of Wands, present energy. High Priestess, Emperor. Four of Swords. It's a magical energy. Creativity. It feels like nurturing yourself, pampering yourself, luxury. Regardless of gender. Regardless of gender. It feels like you are bringing in certain energies, certain individuals right now. Soul tribe energy. Honor your waters. That's what's coming through in all ways. Create at the highest level. And it feels like the way to do this is through fun, is through good feeling, through enjoyment, through pleasure. High Priestess, the moon, future energy, you and your power. If there's been some kind of stress, it's like this is coming to an end. You're going to be able to relax. Something that, it's like you're waiting for something to come together. Something comes together. Magician. Not everyone or everything that calls your name is for you. You're very attractive at this time. It feels like people could be feeling drawn to you. The more you it feels like you're closing off access to yourself in some way, energetically. Some of you could have had a period of celibacy. It's like recalling your power, recalling your essence, your sacred energy, your sexual energy, being mindful of it's like whoever you have that sexual exchange with, you literally take on their baggage. Even to the point you could start finding yourself speaking, feeling, acting like certain individuals that you're interacting with in that way physically. It's like source is asking you, it's like maybe, this is, because you're not going to go through a checklist just before you get the urge or something happens, I don't know, but it's like you're being asked to be mindful who you're exchanging energies with, 722. If the energy of the person, you wouldn't invest that energy in your business, or you wouldn't want that energy being the face of your business, the face of your family, the face of yourself. It's like let it go and trust something better is coming in. Because it feels like people could really be fighting to have a piece of you in some way. It's not because there's something wrong with you where you may be feeling like what you want isn't coming in. But there's a lesson here of owning yourself. Transformation, death. High Priestess, Magician, the moon. What's done is done. Let it go. Continue to focus on what you're working on. There's no need to be anxious. Justice in your favor. If you're waiting on some kind of outcome, trust that things are working out for you. You're protected. divinely protected. Things had to balance out in the physical. Two of Pentacles, the Empress. Letting go, learning to surrender, learning to let go. Remembering your worth, remembering who you are, that you can do anything. It feels like honouring what you want without judgment. Believing that you can have what you want. Even if it makes others feel uncomfortable, it feels like there's been huge acceptance. It's like you're not going to sit in your throne with your head down just because somebody thinks you're on your high horse. It's like, get a bigger horse. 4 a.m. That's almost what you're being urged to do. It's like if someone's telling you you're too much, turn it up. There's no room for that anymore. There's no room for accommodating some kind of... It's like, don't hold yourself back for anyone. The Chariot. Been left no option but to take a stand for yourself. But to tell yourself you're good enough. Maybe it's like you couldn't do right for doing wrong, do wrong for doing right, whatever that saying is. Somebody or something that made you feel less than, or told you was less than directly. It feels like something made you feel so small that it's like there was nowhere left to go. Maybe left you so alone. It's like that energy of a small circle. It could have just been you. It could have just been a dot. It feels like you've had to break free. You've had to find courage, confidence, to trust yourself again, to relax, to be able to rest in your own mind, rest in your own body, rest in your own spirit, be able to move through things, break free kind of like through that, like through your spirit. That thing Jeffrey Allen, who I always bring up, is coming through about how the spirit's not inside the body's in the spirit. And it feels like you could have felt really caged in spirit. Breaking free. Phoenix rising. Chariot, moving forward. The major arcana here, the Empress, the High Priestess, the Moon, Death, the Magician, the Chariot. Of course, we all have masculine and feminine, but this feels like a strong feminine energy. It's like either you're in a place of... It's like you could even be intimidating people. It's a very sensual energy. People could be feeling uncomfortable. There's a lot of shame in the collective when it comes to sensuality, when it comes to sex. It feels like you could be making people feel uncomfortable because of where you're at, because of your feminine energy right now, because of your... It's like just a vibe people could be picking up on. It's just because some people feel a way about this doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. Doesn't mean you're too much. Don't turn something down. This is medicinal right now for where you're at, for something you're doing. Some of you could be working with sex magic, some kind of ritual or something like that. Or it just like, when I say that, it sounds all complex and all kinds of things pop into people's heads, but really just like amplifying that creative energy. It feels like this is something you're being encouraged to do. If you're with somebody in terms of a partner or whatever, if you're not, it's like being around people that you can be open, that you can be a full expression, that you can maybe, even if it's something you're not comfortable with, maybe you're being asked to explore this, to open your mind up. Maybe it's time to like transition, or you can feel yourself transitioning from a period of celibacy to connecting again. It's like there's something There's something shifting here. You're being asked to transmute some kind of conflict. It's like fire is fire. Temper that. But don't put it out. You lead it. Sovereignty. Moving in sovereignty. Obviously not just going about throwing your energies around frivolously with, you know. Yeah, this is compatible. Jump into this. It definitely feels like a community, but something about love, a commitment, yeah, Two of Cups is coming through, but it's not clear. There's some kind of delay, or maybe you're in a relationship but it's like things aren't flowing, you're spending a lot of time on your own. There's a reason for this. Coming out of some kind of transformation, success, something's over and done with. It's taken a lot of strength, but look, the Sun. The Sun, the Star, Temperance, the Empress, the Magician, Strength, Death, the Chariot. Did I already say that? The Moon, yourself, the High Priestess. Protect your heart by committing. You're focusing on the fear of being disappointed, being let down, being deceived, being disrespected, being cheated in some way. It's like, don't create endings before something's begun in your head. It's like these people are on your side, on your team. This restriction, it's like there's some kind of restriction that's an illusion. It's like you choose what you give power to. Tower. Three of Swords, heartbreak. Three of Winter, and the Bear, which is like hibernation in the medicine cards coming through. It feels like there's been a very painful ending. Something that maybe dragged out, or maybe just energetically, even if it was over quick physically. There was a lot of sorrow, a lot of grief. Something's taken a long time to release. It's like, don't wait around for somebody to change their ways for you when there's somebody like ready to accept you as you are in the now. Something's coming through about how some video the other day, and that's what's coming through, but I can't remember who it is. But there's something about when we've invested in someone, it can cause an emotional attachment. Like a lot of the time, if we're with someone, like that codependency, that it's like if you're funding someone or you're emotionally supporting someone, being somebody's emotional punching bag, whatever it is, earning love in some way or helping someone get on their feet, that is kind of like that mothering, fathering energy, that sense of power. That a lot of the time it feels like we've invested in someone. That narcissist empath energy, or like people that are getting taken advantage of. But it's like we've got to remember that we choose. We choose what we give and how much we give and why we give it. And there's something here, it's like you could be feeling so attached to somebody who's wrong for you because you've invested in it. It's like you're waiting for them to be different, waiting for them to change. But it's like you wouldn't want somebody to expect you to change. So be mindful of what you're putting out. What you put out, you receive. It's like this heartbreak's here not because somebody didn't change or because somebody necessarily did something wrong. Maybe they did, but it may not be that. It may just be that the heartbreak's here because what you saw as somebody's potential, they didn't actually want to reach. Because what you saw as somebody's potential, they actually didn't want to reach. Or because what you thought somebody was, they weren't. A welcome relief from troubled times, travelling or relocating. 414. What's coming through is that widow energy about how they eat their mate, or like if the woman like the shadow aspect of woman. Feels like this is something that needed to be nurtured, or needed to be, like the feminine needed to be balanced in some way before some kind of soulmate was coming in, the penguin, so you didn't eat them. Focusing on the stress of the past is just going to cause tower moments in the present. Now is a powerful time to set long-term goals and sow seeds for the future. Blue moon. Blue moon, Ella Fitzgerald's coming through. I can't remember the lyrics, but it's coming through like some kind of heartbreak. Sitting alone. Something's coming through here that understand that, yes, something is done with, but it happened to create positive changes, positive stability, so that you could meet who you're meant to meet, so that you could have what you're meant to have. Frog upside down. Cleanse. I don't know what it is upside down. I always get nervous to read the upside down ones because they're always brutal, or a lot of the time. But let's give it a whack. Frog slipped in the mud, see? Boom, frog gone. Frog slipped in the mud and is lying on its back, unable to right itself. Get ready for more mud in your eye. Frog slipped in the mud and is laying on its back, unable to right itself. Get ready for more mud in your eye. The contrary position of frog can denote an unwillingness on your part to wipe the mire out of your life. Mud can turn from mire to bog to quicksand if you don't recognize its effect on your present situation. Is someone draining your energy? Have you tried to settle someone else's quarrel and gotten in the line of fire? Stop. In feeling waterlogged, you may be dealing with too many emotions or feelings. Even nature rests. Like everything has its time, has its season, has its moment. The corn that's harvested before its time is no good. That's not the line, but something like that in the medicine book that is just coming through. It's like, no need to rush. When we rush to get somewhere and we don't take note of the journey, it's that we can feel immature not knowing how we've got there. Something else is coming through from the medicine card book 422. Take it easy. Enjoy the journey. The destination is the end. The death. I don't know why I feel called to pull another one of these, but here we are, 24. Blessed with great spiritual powers, maturity and judgment, he is a friend and companion who everybody wants to be around. His analytical nature looks for answers with religious concepts for all that happens in the world. A good administrator, he is blessed with natural luck. Planet Uranus, attribute god of genuine kindness. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon. Sending so much love.